All right, so how did you hear about our service?
So I actually found you through Google, and I forget what else it was too. I checked a few things, but I was just looking for the highest rated doctor in the area. That wasn't like just a normal like walk-in clinic, or certainly not an emergency room. I didn't know I wasn't going to do a whole what are the hospitals like in Detroit, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
yeah, but no, I just like looked for the highest rated doctor, and there was like a whole profile on you, and I read it, and you seemed cool and interesting, and like a good doctor, and yeah, thankfully I found you.
Awesome. I'm glad you did. Can you
Yeah,
talk about your experience at Plum Health? Like how was finding the clinic, getting into the door, being
right.
seen? How long did you wait?
It
That
was
kind of stuff.
great. It was probably the best treatment I've ever received, door to door service from any healthcare provider. No, it was funny. You kind of found me, wandering in the middle of the street there, a little confused. They had just dumped me out of the bandwagon, the tour vehicle. And I'm just like, oh boy, where am I? Like trying to be able to stand up straight. And then all of a sudden I hear, hey, Rustin. And I'm like, yeah. There's Dr. Thomas right there. Like, come on, it's this way. But yeah, honestly, the whole thing was great. Everybody at the front, I don't know what it would be called, triage or what the
Yeah, our
proper.
medical assistant
Yeah,
team.
totally. Everybody was awesome and a pleasure to talk to and be there. It was like pretty in and out, and it was cool getting to talk to you and find out like the history and how your family's been there forever. It's cool. It was a great experience. Honestly, probably the best doctor experience I've ever had, to be honest with you, that I can remember. So
That's awesome. Thank you for that.
yeah, thank
Um,
you.
I did want to ask, like, how was it like texting? I know we had some text messages before and after the visit. How did you find like text messaging to be helpful for your care overall?
I felt like really cared about and cared for, and especially considering it was coming from you, or at least it seemed like it was coming from you. It was really
100.
like, yeah, the personal care was like top tier, and following up, actually care about me as a human being. I'm not just like cattle, so that's pretty awesome. It was a great
Yeah.
experience.
Awesome. Sweet. And then like how, you're traveling, you're on the road, you kind of have a small amount of time. How did we like impact you in terms of your ability to do what you needed to do for work, even though you're
Yeah,
traveling? Yeah.
tremendously. It was, I told you like I had a lot of sciatic issues for a long time, and then up and down with it. Drumming, I'm sitting, you know what I mean, and I'm using a lot of hip flexor and all kinds of stuff. And then after that, I'm in a van or I'm in a tour bus or I'm in a bandwagon, sprinter, something like that, either laying down or sitting. And it's like, luckily, this one I got to probably not the safest thing, but I was like surfing a lot. Like I'm
Yeah.
standing there, like yeah, I can't sit. The best thing I can do is like lean my hip with all my weight on the side of the chair and deform the whole chair. But yeah, it helped a lot really because literally within a couple days, I felt like I was like, oh, I can actually like carry my own drums. You know, not that I went out of my way to, but carry my drums or do everything I needed to do without feeling like, oh my god, I'm gonna die in the middle of the set here.
Awesome.
And
And
sleep,
then
everything.
awesome. Yeah. So, and any other thoughts or any last thoughts or, if you were a patient thinking about joining Plum Health, what would you tell them to say, oh, you got to go see Plum Health because, yeah,
I mean, because the level of care that I mean, at least to me, they seemed to go into my treatment there was like, again, top tier. Like everybody really cared. Everybody, you could feel people were engaged with you and wanted to talk to you. And, I would not that I wanted to sit there and be like, oh, my back, you know what I mean? But like, if I did, they were listening to me and like people were very understanding and actually, and you, Dr. Thomas, you actually like heard me. You looked me in the eyes and, I felt heard, you know what I mean? Which is a big thing for a lot of people,
yeah,
going through any sort of medical treatment. They want to be heard, probably more than anything half the time. And then as long as they feel heard, they feel like their guard goes down, you know what I mean? And then like you can actually treat them.
yeah, yeah. We love building trusting relationships with our
Totally.
patients. And that really starts with listening to people and meeting them where they're at and then helping
Totally.
them with their next step in their healthcare journey.
Very cool. Well, I feel blessed to have like run into you. You know what I mean? It was really,
Likewise.
I didn't know what the heck I was gonna do. It was really brutal for a while, man. I'm just like, wow, I have another, 2.5 weeks or whatever of this, like
Oh,
right.
on your tour?
Yeah, and it was just
Yeah.
like, my goodness. But thankfully, like really within like, I mean, immediately I felt it like that evening, and then within a few days, like I still have all the the Tylenol and everything that I got. Like I took maybe three of them, and I was like, okay, good, you know. So
Awesome.
it's
That's
cool,
really
man.
good to hear.
Yeah, which is great. I feel like, and still, I'm able now obviously to do my normal routine. I go to the chiropractor. I do like my spinal mobility stuff, all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, thankfully I ran into you. So thank you for helping me out while I was on the road there. I'm about to go out again for only a couple shows there this time. But
Awesome. Well,
yeah.
thanks, Rustin. Thanks for sharing your insights here. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
And thanks for your time today.
Thank you, Dr. Thomas. It was good to see you. I hope everything is great. I wish you guys well and have a lovely afternoon.
Likewise. Thanks again.
Awesome. Thank you. Take care.
See ya.